I am, down in front of the U.S. Capitol. It's about a 2.5 from me where I live in Washington. And I was there doing and how important I think what I'm doing is. I grew up in a little town called Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a coal mining town. My grandparents, both coal miners, came to this country. And I was fortunate enough, father had a little business, made some money, got to college, and barely got through it. But then I came here after the Vietnam War. The draft was there. And I was in the Navy for 3 years, 2 months, and 9 days. And I came to Washington really to get an MBA. Because at the time, in the 70s, that was sort of like the hip degree to try to get. I had shitty grades, so I couldn't get into but they let me in at the university, American University. Got there, and I was ready to study, and it was easy. Got real good grades. Started business. Actually, I got into computer science. And I was a computer science professor in Washington for a few years. Had a software company that failed. I was starting companies and failing. And then after a while, what I did is become a consultant. See, when you fail a lot, then you become a consultant. And my clients were Fortune 500 companies. And I was here and I was trying to do research they wanted. Anything you want to know, I could do research and find you stuff. So they all want to buy and sell companies, get into new businesses, grow their profits and grow their salaries and everything. And by just sheer force, I found programs. I had no idea government was what it is. I mean, I grew up where I grew up. To me, government was the postal service and the IRS, and that was it. I had no idea, and I found these programs, millions and millions of dollars, man. And I did that for about 3 years. I grew a business from me, a phone and a desk in my apartment here in Washington, but for 30 researchers on K Street here. K Street is where all the lobbyists are. And they help Fortune 500 companies like I was doing get this money. But what bothered me all the time, number one, I was learning about these programs. I had no idea. I just wanted to know why the average person in the street doesn't know about these things. Whatever, my parents didn't, or whatever, didn't know about it. And wow, there's so much. So then after doing that, helping millionaires become billionaires, which is this town now is full of millionaires, not millionaires like they were when I was there, when I started. I want to help the average person to get this, because after going through the data, looking at the information, and studying this for 50 years, I've been studying this for 50 years, the government gives about an average of $18,000 to every adult in the United States every year. So it's not only the millions of dollars that get the millionaires to become billionaires, it's the $18,000 that people have to live on. So the millionaires come to town to get money so they don't have to start a business and figure out how to make money. They can just get it from the government. Okay. Now the average person has no idea how to get the government. And that's the problem. It's not getting this into my ears, the audio, because my running app. I don't run anymore, but I walk 6 miles. And so, what was you don't know where to go. And so they're giving out all this money. Never before. We have the highest, poverty rate in America than any other developed country. Wages have not increased in the last 40 or 50 years for 90% of the population. Their wages were flat, barely moved. Moved 30% in 40 or 50 years. Man, that's no increase at all. Okay, so what you have to do is find extra money to live, and they're the people. If you're a billionaire, you don't worry about living expenses. But that's why the average person is hurt by inflation, because inflation is your living expenses. So that's your food, your transportation, your health care, all this. Inflation has gone up 300%. Wages have gone up only 30%. So you're behind the young people. You're screwed. And that's why poverty is growing. We're the poorest. We have more poverty in this country than any other developed country. And it looks like what's going on is we're going to help more millionaires become billionaires. And I don't know why we're worrying about that. When we have so much pain in this country that people can't make a decent living to keep up with inflation. It's not inflation's fault. It's the system that the wages are so goddamn small. So you have to know about these programs, okay? And that's why people will go to. Here's the biggest mistake people make about trying to get government money. They go to Google. You cannot go to Google to get government money, okay? You have to stay away from Google. Why? Because that's capitalism. See, capitalism represents about 60% of everything in our country is capitalism, okay? Now, that's good. Capital is good. It creates efficiency and things like that. But and people got out of poverty using capitalism. But it creates problems too. You get fired in a blink of an eye. You're going to lose your home at a blink of an eye. All these things that create havoc in average people living here are not solved by capitalism. And that's why we have these other things that help you through these problems that capitalism creates. How do you care for the poor? Capitalism doesn't care; only wants people with money. How do you care for the handicapped? Capitalism doesn't care; it only has money. So we set up these other programs, and they're done through government offices and nonprofit organizations. So that's the humanity side of what we're doing in this country. The capitalism side is the business, and that's Google. So everything there is Google. You can't find the humanity side in Google because if you don't pay for something, Google doesn't want you. Google wants people who pay for something because that's how they live off advertising. So people find you, get money from you in Google. If you don't have money, you have to stay away from Google because it's sort of like a bar. I mean, a drunk going into a bar just to order French fries. They're going to get you with a beer or whiskey or whatever. You just got to stay away. Our willpower is not strong enough against the marketing on Google or even the scammers too. Not only do you get stuff you buy stuff you don't need, they scam you and steal stuff so easily there. With no cops on the beat, there's nobody goes after these people because they're in third world countries or wherever, and they're able to look like somebody that you're going to give money to. Happy Easter, yes, people having happy Easter. Let's go Trump. Well, if he stays on focus and maybe cuts out some fraud, waste, and abuse instead of hurting people. I mean, there's 300,000 government employees that lost their jobs overnight. They've been there 20, 30 years. Now, that to me is just cruelty. I mean, another thing I learned about the government the first time I saw our city where I lived up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, was hit by a flood. My father and our family lost the business, lost our home, lost everything. Lost a place to stay. If it wasn't for the government, the government brought up trailers for people. My dad actually, he was sort of threw him in the briar patch because they gave him a trailer to put on a golf course to live there, and he was a golfer, so that was cool for him. The business, it got them business back in their feet, and that's with money and help and assistance. That's what the government's for, to help us, and we start throwing all things around that, cutting things. You have to learn where these programs are. And what he's cutting now, very little that I see that will affect you, the average person, unless you may be getting research at a university or something like that. But no, you need living expenses and ways to grow. Those programs are still pretty much there everywhere. You have to know where to go, and it's not on YouTube. Uh, and there's still the problem. One of the problems is there'll be less people in government to help you apply for that. The money will be there, but you're going to have to put up with more stuff, to apply to this. If the help won't be there, they're cutting back on people that help you apply to the government program. Or and even like the IRS. I mean, to me, what's so funny? You want to cut down the IRS, But you realize there's up to somewhere between 500 billion to $1 trillion of uncollected taxes every year. Every year. So our uh, budget for the government is like $6 trillion. So if you have a $1 trillion of income that you could take care of that budget, wow, why don't we go after that? But no, they cut the people to go after that because rich people don't want them looking in their business. I guess, yeah. So there are ways to do it more thoughtful. But anyway, life is what it is, and you have to deal with it. So here's where to go to the right places to get help. Uh, and you don't have to pay me money. Okay, if you want to, I'm at letsgohelp.com, and that's where we give unlimited personal help to apply to every program you're eligible for. That's letsgohelp.com. If you're not a member, go to this website. I got a free report, and I'll go over soon what's in that report. It's free. I don't even ask for your email, nothing. I want more people to know about the great things this country has. It's a great country. I mean, look at an idiot like me could dress like a clown and not get thrown in jail yet. And next, I think, is the question mark guy. uh, but it's a great country. My parents, grandparents, immigrant grew. I could grow with no skills or anything, and hustle and get. It's neat. Every other country I go, dressed like I do. I mean, they just pretend they don't see me. The zip codes here do that too. But anyway, it's cool. So, but you have to use it. Okay, here's the free report. You go to tiny, Tiny, URL.com, tiny, Tiny, URL.com. If someone who write this in the chat would be nice. Tiny, URL.com, and then slash Lesko, Lesko 500. So tiny, URL.com slash Lesko, Lesko 500. Write that in the chat below, okay? So people can see that. Let's go, Brandon. Brandon, can you write that? Somebody put that in the chat so people can see it and they don't have to guess. Was good UNC? No. Was good UNC? Let's go, Brand. Report the scammers too. Yes, but somebody write that in the chat. That'll be nice to help people. Okay, if you don't want to download, here are some websites that will help you for free right now. So after you stop watching me, and you want to stop right now, go to this website, findhelp.org. Now, if you're looking for grants, you don't go to Google and you don't go to any place that is a .com. You only go to the place that are .org or a .gov. ORG stands for nonprofit organization. GOV stands for government. They are the only people that help you. Money for free. Okay. Everybody else.com is going to make money off you one way or another, even if it's not a piece of something or whatever. So only legitimate. Yes, there is. And go to, as you can start by going to this website I'm about to say. And it's not only government, it's nonprofit organizations. And all these government nonprofit organizations are all money. 40% is given away free. Did you hear that? 40% of all the money in our country is given away free. And that's the government nonprofit organizations. 60%. So you go to findhelp.org, findhelp.org, put in your zip code, and then you put in healthcare. And you'll see hundreds of organizations that help you with free healthcare in your zip code, in your city. You could put in financial assistance. Financial assistance. No, I don't hear that. That damn wind is all I hear. Yeah, I know it's tough. But some people hear it, some people don't, I guess. I'll get a little closer. So if you go to findhelp.org and put in financial assistance, you'll get over 200 nonprofit organizations uh, that will help you with financial assistance for free. They give money away for free. You have emergency money, you have all kinds of money that you could get all for free. Okay? Say tiny yellow. What's tiny yellow? Whoops, there. Uh, Tiny URL. That's for the website kind of thing, URL. So tiny URL. Maybe if I do this. Is that any better with the video, audio? I've been trying for years, decades, to get a grant. Well, you're looking at the wrong place, okay? Dozen tries, no good, SBI. Well, SBR is a very special one. Now, that's too big to start with. I mean, you need a lot of help with that one. They give out millions. If you have a business and want to start a business, you don't go to the SBIR right away. You go to sba.gov/local-assistance, sba.com, sba.gov/local-assistance, okay? And you go there and you'll see a dozen, 2 dozen organizations that help you get money for your business. You call them and make an appointment, okay? That's how you use it. See, we don't know how to use this. We want to find an application, and you fill out an application. If you're just looking for applications to fill out, you're not going to get it. You cannot get money that way. You can, but you have to be lucky as hell, okay? You don't do it that way. Hey guys, is the wind any better now? Is that any better? Okay, so you go there and you make an appointment. You make an appointment with local officials from government offices and nonprofit organizations that are there to help you solve your financial problems. That's how you get grants. You don't get grants by looking for applications, okay? Do not get grants by looking for applications. You get grants by finding local officials that get paid to help you find the money and has no money and no outlook in life. Wrong to ask about help when you have billionaires who have more money than they know what the hell to do in their life are coming to Washington to get more money from you, from me. This is the country's wealth they're after, But I don't want to argue that. That's silly. I used to live across the street from. Oh, Anthony. In Kensington. You lived in Kensington, Anthony. You froze bad. Oh, is that why I lost all the people? Yeah, it was. Uncle Sam doesn't actually pull your bootstraps up and get you to want to stop looking for handouts. Right. That's what they're there for. Some people abuse it. Some people abuse, rich people, they abuse it. Why do we have, $1 trillion of uncollected tax? Who's not paying their way here? That's a. Thank you, sweetie pie. I didn't know. Okay, so that's it. You go to Find Help. You find see, all the people in Find Help are nonprofit organizations. All the people in Find Help, you get paid to help you solve a financial problem. Okay. Is that wind any better? Can you tell if that's it's okay now? Good, Charity. Yeah, it's you. Charity, can you hear me okay? How's the audio? There's a lot of wind here. Paris Hilton Pink, yes. Yeah, so the audio is okay. You can hear me. Okay. So you go there, you call the organizations, you make an appointment. Okay. Let's say somebody had Lyme disease here. Okay. Here's a place to go to get free Lyme disease. Because you go to normal places. do is but then there's an 800 number on top of that website. Call them. Get out of the way. I guess that's good. There's a number on top of that website, an 800 number. Call them with diamonds, whatever. But also, if you need free dental care, look on the left-hand side there. There's a listing of all the free and low-cost dental clinics you could apply to. Also, free and low-cost medical clinics that are in your zip code that you could apply to. I get dental care for only $50. It's a block away from me. It's a program they have. And I feel guilty, and I give them presents and stuff like that too. But just to see how the system works, it does. But you have to go to the right place. You can't, you can't just go to Google. So you're looking in the wrong places to get help. Is this wind a little better here, guys? We did the dirty too. Yeah, you're giving me. Couldn't hear. Sweetie pie, you're giving me $30,000? Chef the Swamp doesn't want us to hear. No, I mean, you don't have to be paranoid. You want to use this stuff. Sure, there's some assholes all over, and whether they're in the government or anywhere you go, you have to live with that. But just because, one person does one thing, it doesn't mean all the people in that group are all blonde people dumb. No. I married some. Some are, yeah. The turtle god. I will rise and take the ninja turtle and kiss I'm trying to hug a tree here and get ready. Is Tinder good for business? You mean the app Tinder? Doesn't sound like. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a you grow? Yeah. Why dressed up like a camp? Shame on you, Matthew. You should be promoting hard work and earning your keep. Not keep. Well, yes, I am, but the times when people can't. And there's also the problem is the government programs they help you compete. See, this is what we do. Why are we giving Elon Musk $38 billion? Now, can he find out enough way to get his own money? No. So why is it bad to give you $40,000 a year because you have no skills and can't earn a living and survive in our country, and then after you get paid to train, you'll get $100,000 a year with no degree? That are the kinds of things that are there. Or you're about to be thrown out in the street and live on the street with your family. I think we should do something for you. Don't you like your neighbor? Why do we have firemen come and put out your fire in your house? Should they go to Google and have the Google firemen come out and ask for your credit card before they put out your fire? There's certain things that we decide to do. You don't have to use them. You don't have to use them at all. Yeah. What website can you get help for healthcare and financial assistance? Okay, Rebecca, two ways. All the healthcare stuff that you get for free is at needy, Needy, meds, MEDS.org. Needy, Needy, MEDS.org. Okay? And you go there and look for help. And if you have trouble with that, there's an 800 number on top of the page. You call them for help. I think they're only open like 9 to 5. So you call them, you wait online. The way to get help is not just looking at a website and looking for the right place to fill in the blanks. You have to call people and get help. Okay, financial assistance, it depends on what you need it for. If you go to help.org, and you put in your zip code, and then you put in financial assistance, and you'll see 200 or more organizations in your zip code that give free financial assistance. 200. Man, that's right. You're never going to find them in Google because Google wants to get money from you, not give money to you. They make money by getting money out of you. Okay, so you're not going to find them, uh, and that's important. What site? What site for what? Get rich fast. I was on the street. I was homeless for 2 years. I worked my ass off. Great. No, that's another American dream. I always wondered why the people who have negative things to say come here and waste their neck. Yeah, I know. They have nothing else to do. No, I mean there are bad parts to it. With the government, sure, a lot of bad things. But if if you have a problem and you're not going to find money in Google to solve your problem. Okay. Happy Easter. Help you, everyone. Yes, I love you. Thank you, Senator. Cute glasses. Yes, they're the hard part. Children's epic adventures. That sounds fun. What kind of adventure? So that's it. Okay. The other kind of thing, if you're taking care of something, okay, who's going to take care of caregivers? Okay. Why don't the people who have to take care of seniors or people with disability, those lazy bastards are just staying home and helping people. Should we let that happen? If you want to, I guess. But we decided we don't, and we give money to people to help people. Otherwise, they become a product of the state. There's two parts of life. There's one being productive and creating things, and there's other part is caring for each other. You don't care? Fine, you don't have to. There's not a law against it. Let my grandmother live on. on it's a question mark guy. What's up? You are truly a legend. I grew up watching your commercials and I bought your book. You're the one. This what I have now is much better than the book. More people are getting help because on letsgohelp.com it's only $20 and it's unlimited personal help to apply to every grant you're eligible for. In other words, what we do is we have people answer your questions. Or we have people that are live on on uh, on the platform that are there live to answer your questions. About 3, 4, 5 hours every day. You could ask other members. We got 15,000 members that help each other get the money and help they need to live a better life. We have these programs in the government, right or wrong, they're real. If you could use them to a good end or a bad end, you're welcome to, I guess. uh, I'm not a cop. Yeah, I just renewed my LLC. Okay, well, what you got to do if you're LLC, you got to get sales. Forget about the LLC. You got to get sales, or you're not in business. You're not in business because you have an LLC. You're in sales if you have a customer. So the government will help you find customers for free. See? Now that's the kind of thing. You'll never find that in Google. They'll charge you money. So they want you, the government wants you to get customers because you're creating a job for yourself. You'll hire other people and create jobs. Okay. So that's important to do. So that's why you go to sba.gov slash the local hyphen assistance and you make an appointment. You make an appointment with people to talk to people. You're not going to get anywhere from any of these programs if you don't talk to people. You're just going to waste your time filling out uh, applications that get you nowhere. Your love is increasing. Thank you. Viva la Trump. Good. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday, it's Easter. It's somebody's birthday. I wonder what political party this guy leans to. I'm leaning on a tree right now, hoping to win. I call myself an independent. I don't think anybody has all the answers. Um, Dying definitely. I'm not just. I'm 42. And okay, what should you do? 42, 240. Okay, right away, you don't go to Google to try to get out of debt or try to get help. You go to HUD.gov slash counseling. HUD.gov slash counseling. And you make an appointment with a free financial counselor. Free. Nobody's going to get money from you any which way. That's where you want to start. If you don't like them, you call another one. There's lots of them that are free. Or you can go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, put in your zip code and put in financial counseling, and you'll find dozens more like that. Nobody charges you money if they're .gov or Uh, org. That's right. Got it. Save the website. Okay, good. Looking to buy my first car and need startup seed money. Okay, all those for cars. Uh, I would go. That's a little harder for grants, but they do give away money to get free cars, and that's to find them is findhelp.org and put in your zip code and put in cars and seed money for a business. You want to go to sba.gov slash local hyphen assistance. sba.gov slash local hyphen assistance. You go there and you make an appointment with nonprofit counselors. These are mentors, business mentors. They help people every day find the money and help they need to start a business. You have to make an appointment and talk to them. If one doesn't help you, you make an appointment with another one. If that doesn't help you, make an appointment. That's how you get anything done. Okay? And there's two things. If you're looking for more help, is one, I have a free report you could download now. I won't even ask for your your email address, nothing. You can just go to this link and download. It's called tiny, Tiny, URL dot com, tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. If someone could put that in the chat so people could see that, tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. That's 500 programs for your state. I have all the states there with the best 500 programs for you to take advantage of. Okay? All the states. So you get 500 programs you can start applying to in all those states. Okay? And that's tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. Okay, tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. You are getting a assistance. Yes, I mean they've allowed. They're cutting out stuff, but go local. It's all there. Look at that. Download that free report on tinyurl.com slash uh, let's go 500. tinyurl.com slash let's go 500. Download. They're right there is 500 programs for your state for everything: getting jobs, paying rent, getting health care, getting housing, anything you want. 500 programs right there in that program. Okay, if you need more help, then we have letsgohelp.com, and that's only $20 a month, and it's unlimited free help to apply for every program. And actually, today is the day. We also give out 4 grants ourselves every month. And today is the deadline for our monthly grant to pay rent. We give out like $15,000 to help people pay their rent, and you apply for that by the end of the day today. And then we'll have another one, a new one, in the next day or two for next month. We do this every month. We give about $40,000 out. Okay, Jeff, what is? I used to love your commercial TV. And then, yeah, I'm still doing it. Commercials don't work anymore. I didn't know. Yeah, I got a Barbie outfit. I like that. What are you talking about? There are tons of it. That's right, there is. Lesko, Lesko 500. Lesko. Uh, so tinyurl.com slash Lesko, Lesko 500. Is there a service to help a disabled woman to keep their services up, starting your own? Yes. Okay. You could start by going to that tinyurl.com because they're for healthcare, starting a business. All those things are covered. Paying your bills while you do that. Yes, it's going to take work on your part, Jennifer. And people with disabilities, there's a special office that helps people with disabilities start businesses. Yes. English or Spanish? Don't know what that means. What commercial? Yeah, I do. We are Jesus. All we need is Jesus. Da, 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 da. I love you guys. Thank you. And what are we talking about? Talking about government programs. Okay. Okay, the government gives out an average of $18,000 in cash to each adult in our country every year. So I'm trying to show people where that is so they can apply. Uh, you have a disability, MFE, I don't know what that is. Yes, reprint or suffer the consequences. Oh, that's repent. I thought it was reprint. So, how are they going to repent? What's that sound like? I don't know. Your account is on zero. All right. Yeah. Okay, well, there's help. Oh, thank you, biggest complainer. Gave me a little tip. Yeah, if you're out of money, whatever, go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. Findhelp.org right now and put in your zip code. And then in the search bar for what you want to look for financial assistance. Okay? Financial assistance. Even the wind doesn't want us to hear your nonsense. Why are you staying here if you don't want to? Now, who's the crazy guy? Happy Easter. Thank you, Joe. How are things? That's cute. All right, all your haters do something. Yeah, they had nothing else to do. That's fine. Great. Uh, okay. Okay, so you want a free report, 500 programs that you could apply for in your state. I got a state-by-state report. You don't even have to give me your email. You just download this right now and start investigating. You go to tinyurl.com/let's go, LESKO 500. tinyurl.com/let's go 500. Okay, tinyurl.com/let's go 500. If you want to join our 15,000 members that help each other get government grants, we're at letsgohelp.com. That's letsgohelp.com. And it's at $20 a month, unlimited free help to keep applying to every grant you're eligible for. And one-on-one help. Uh, we have 4 or 5 hours of people who are live that help other people apply to these things. Got to meet you one day, one of your walk. Bryce on the moon. Yeah, I'm in DC. Yeah, I've been going to the gym because I don't walk much anymore because I couldn't sweat. I can't walk or run fast enough because I'm 81. So I have to go on the treadmills and stuff to work up a sweat. But I like walking. I'm probably going to do more. And the weather is so nice, and I like doing live feeds, in downtown Washington. So isn't that nice here? Yeah, isn't it nice? So, okay, guys. So thank you for being here on Easter Sunday and joining me, and we'll see you soon. Right? When was your first infomercial? Oh, I think back in the '90s somewhere. Yeah, I started doing books for consumers back in the '80s, in the '90s and early 200s. I was the infomercial. I'm a Howard student. Let's see you one day. I'll see you. Yes, I live in Adams Morgan. I keep seeing links. Well, we charge $20. By the way, there are people out there pretending they're me, and if they're charging you more than $20, all the scammers do charge a lot more. It's $20. If it's more than that, it's not me. You are still recommended. Yeah, that's why somebody said, "Could I go out and walk the streets or take It's not. It's by accident. What do you guys do? I get them handmade in Vietnam. And people are trying to kill me about 40, 50 years ago. They're now making my suits. No, this is not the most normal live stream. This is the most normal live stream I've seen. Wow, what the hell do you watch? Wonderful. Okay, guys, let me go. Got to walk back. and do some more work. Edit this to get it up on online. Okay, guys, see you soon.